to the season of self-love, your daily dose of inspiration and encouragement. I'm your host, Nyomi, and I am thrilled to be here with you today. This podcast is brought to you by Nyomi and Elevate Me Self-Discovery. Are you ready to elevate your mindset and embrace the power of self-love? Or have you come to the right place? Each day we'll dive into topics that will empower and inspire you on your journey towards self-discovery and personal growth. Whether you're looking to cultivate healthy relationships, boost your confidence, or find balance in your life, this podcast is here to support you every step of the way. We believe that self-love is the foundation of living a fulfilled and joyful life. And together we explore practical tips, insightful interviews, and transformative stories that will leave you feeling inspired and motivated. So join me Monday through Friday as we embark on this daily adventure of self-love. Tune into the Season of Self-Love podcast to start your day on a positive note and discover the limitless potential within yourself. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today is Friday, May 17, 2024, and I welcome you, beautiful people, to the Season of Self-Love podcast. I am your host, Nyomi, and today I am here to guide you through a journey of self-discovery and inner peace. And this month is all about embracing the theme of using our words impeccably. And today the word is of self-worth. So as we dive into understanding on how understanding and nurturing our self-worth can truly transform our lives. So let's take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to dive more into this topic on this impeccable word of self-worth, all right? It's your girl, Goddess Nyomi here on the Season of Self-Love podcast, and we'll be right back. What are some common barriers that prevent people from expressing? Hey, it's your girl, Goddess Nyomi here from the Season of Self-Love podcast.
Yeah, I would say remorse. So shame and guilt is a very dividing emotional.
And these are one of the many amazing conversations that we have every day, Monday through Friday, right here on the Season of Self-Love podcast with myself, Nyomi, as well as our resident therapist, Dr. Will Washington of Washington Wellness Institute. Come by.
The reality of our relationships with people.
Come by.
And a lot of times we're afraid of how people look at us. And so that compassion can't enter.
You can hit us on our website, the Season of Self-Love podcast.
Let me ask you this, with the truth, is it...
Washington Wellness Institute focuses on healing always. For me, if I look good, then I feel good. If I feel good, then I share the good. If I share the good, then I celebrate the good. If I celebrate the good, then I live the good. So I can be paid to be my greatest. But I have to learn the good to be the good.
So, what does it take to be the greatest? It's as simple as a free 15-minute consultation. Be kind to yourself and heal always.
All right, well, welcome back. It's your girl, Goddess Nyomi here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And you know, the month of May is all about using our words impeccably, but today's word is self-worth. And so before we begin, let's begin with a guided meditation, all right? Let's find a nice, comfortable, seated position, or just gently lie down and close your eyes. I want you to take a deep breath in, feeling the air, to feel your lungs, all right? I want you to exhale, releasing any tension or doubt. Now, as you continue to breathe deeply, I want you to envision a warm light glowing at the center of your chest. And this light represents your inherent worth and value as a unique individual. I want you to feel this worth, this warmth spreading throughout your body, developing you into a cocoon of self-acceptance and love. Now with each inhale, I want you to affirm yourself. I am worthy. I am enough. I deserve love and respect. And with each exhale, I want you to release any negative thoughts or self-doubt that may be holding you back. Now I want you to visualize a bright aura of confidence and self-assurance surrounding you and radiating it out into the world as you embrace this feeling of self-worth as your birthright, something that you can never be diminished. I want you to take a few more deep breaths in as you basking in a glow of your own worthiness. Yes, take a few more deep breaths in. Yes. Yes, and I want you to bask in that glow. Yes. Now, when you are ready, I want you to gently open your eyes, and I want you to carry this. I want you to carry this sense of self-love with you throughout the day. But I also want you to remember that you are deserving of all the good things that life has to offer you. And I want you to embrace your worth and let it shine brightly from within. All right, if you are new here to the Season of Self-Love podcast, this is something that we do every day, Monday through Friday. And that we do a nice grounded, simple, real quick grounded guided meditation to help us to just open us up and ready to receive whatever message that you are supposed to receive from this episode. All right, remember today, the month of May is all about using our words impeccably. And today's word is on self-worth. And in this segment, we're going to talk about the power of self-worth. Now, self-worth is our foundation, or how we see ourselves and interact with the world, right? But it's more than just feeling good about ourselves. It's a deep understanding that it's more valuable, and it's about capable and about deserving. So today we explore the common hurdles that we face in acknowledging our self-worth and how to overcome them. And we also will hear a very inspiring story from one of our listeners that I hope that will resonate with you and remind you of your own value, all right? First of all, overcoming obstacles in acknowledging our self-worth can be very challenging, a very challenging journey, but with perseverance and self-reflection, it is possible to break free of our self-doubt. And we are able to embrace our inherent value. So here's a very inspiring letter from someone who has conquered their hurdles and wanted to share how they recognize that. All right, it says, Dear Nyomi, I am writing to you from a place of newfound strength and self-assurance, a place I never thought I would reach. I want to share with you my journey of overcoming obstacles and finally recognizing my true worth in the hope that it may inspire others to do the same. For years, I battled with feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt, and I allowed the voices of criticism, both external and internal, to drown out my sense of self-worth that I might have had. I compared myself relentlessly to others and always coming up short in my own eyes. I believed that my value was contingent on external validation, and as a result, I constantly sought approval from others to feel worthy. But one day, everything changed. I realized that the only opinion that truly matters was my own. And I began to challenge the negative beliefs that I had held me captive for so long. So I started to practice self-compassion, treating myself with kindness and understanding that I so freely gave to others. I embraced my flaws and my imperfections and seeing them not as weakness, but as a unique aspect of my true self. So as I embarked on this journey of self-discovery, I encountered many hurdles along the way. You see, the fear of failure, the weight of past mistakes, and the pressure to conform to societal standards. These obstacles threatened to derail my progress at every turn, but I refused to let them define me. I confronted my fears head on, leading into discomfort and uncertainty with courage and resilience. And through this introspection and self-reflection, I'd unearthed a deep reservoir of inner strength and resilience, and that I never knew that I possessed. I discovered that my worth was not tied to my achievements or possessions, but to the inherent value of my being. And I learned to love and accept myself unconditionally, embracing my authentic self with open arms. But today I stand before you as a testament to the power of self-love and self-acceptance, and I've overcome the hurdles that once held me back, and I now walk with confidence and purpose along the path of self-discovery. And I know that my worth is limitless. And I no longer seek validation from external sources to affirm my value. So, Nyomi, I want you and your listeners to know that they are worthy beyond measures, just as you are. And they possess a unique spark of light and potential that is waiting to be unleashed. So I want you to embrace your true self and embrace their true self and confront all of your fears. And never doubt the immeasurable worth that resides within you. You are capable of achieving great things. But first and foremost, you must believe in the beauty and strength of your own being. So with love and unwavering belief in your journey, I thank you, Callie. Oh, my beautiful people. First, I want to say thank you to Callie. Thank you for sharing this letter in your journey with me. Man. But also, I hope that this letter resonates with you all, my listeners, and that it inspires you to embark on your own journey of self-discovery and self-acceptance. That remembering that you are worthy of all the love and happiness that the world has to offer, and that you could potentially have the courage to write in a beautiful letter like that, just as Callie did, and that I am able to share it, on air, just as I was to share hers. Again, I thank you, Callie, for sharing that beautiful letter. And I thank you for being a loyal listener here. All right, so on that note, let's take a quick break. And then when we return back, we're going to talk more about this impeccable word of self-worth, all right? It's your girl, Goddess NmW&x here on this season of Self-Love Podcast. And we'll be right back.
Hey, this is Dog Pound Mike. Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. Come check us out every week. And remember, I'm no relationship expert. I just tell it like I hear it from the kennel. Get back at it.
What are some common barriers that prevent people from expressing?
Hey, it's your girl, Goddess NmW&x here from the season of Self-Love Podcast.
Yeah, I would say remorse. So shame and guilt is a very dividing emotional.
And these are one of the many amazing conversations that we have every day, Monday through Friday, right here on the Season of Self-Love Podcast with myself, NmW&x, as well as our resident therapist, Dr. Will Washington of Washington Wellness Institute. Come by.
The reality of our relationships with people.
Come by.
And a lot of times we're afraid of how people look at us. And so that compassion can't enter.
You can hit us on
So
the
that's a
website,
really
the
big
Season
barrier.
of Self-Love
Really big barrier.
Podcast.com.
Let me ask you this. With the truth, is it...
All right, well, welcome back. It's your girl, Goddess NmW&x here on the Season of Self-Love Podcast. And today, Impeccable word is self-worth. And in this segment, let's do some self-worth practices, all right? You see, what building self-worth is about, it's like nurturing a garden, right? It takes the time, the effort, and the care. So I'll share some effective practices that can help you to cultivate the stronger sense of self-worth. From setting healthy boundaries to engaging in regular self-care and just mastering positive self-talk. And see, with these strategies, they are designed to reinforce on how much you are truly deserved. And so building self-worth is a deed. As I mentioned before, it's like nurturing a garden, right? And so I wanted to combine my newfound hobby into, kind of sharing with you the practicing of self-worth, all right? So we're gonna use the example of cultivating a garden and compare it to practicing self-worth, all right? Y'all ready for this? All right. So number one, planting seeds of positivity. So just as you plant seeds in a garden, you can plant seeds of positivity in your mind. You can replace them with negative self-talk, with positive affirmation and self-compassion. And you water these seeds by acknowledging your strengths and your achievements. All right, number two, weeding. Weeding out negative thoughts. So just as you need to weed out unwanted plants in your garden, you also need to weed out negative thoughts and beliefs that undermine your self-worth. Identify and uproot those self-critical thoughts and comparisons and doubts. All right, number 3 is about nourishing. Nourishing the self-care. Just as plants need nourishment to thrive, you need to prioritize self-care to nurture your self-worth. Take care of your physical, emotional, and mental well-being through healthy habits, relaxations, and activities that bring you joy. Number 4 is sunlight of self-acceptance. I like that one. Just as plants need sunlight to grow, you need to embrace self-acceptance and self-love to strengthen your self-worth. Embrace your uniqueness. Embrace your flaws. Embrace your imperfections as part of what makes you who you are. Number 5 is the roots of resilience. Just as strong roots supports plants during storms, developing resilience can help you to weather life's challenges and setbacks. You see, as you cultivate resilience by learning from failures and bouncing back from adversity and trusting in your ability to overcome the obstacles. And number 6 is pruning for growth. Just as pruning that helps plants grow stronger and more beautiful by letting go of toxic relationships, negative influences, or perfectionist tendency, it can help you to grow and flourish. You see, when you trim away what no longer serves you, it makes room for positive growth. Number 7, blossoming confidence. Just as flowers bloom in a well-tended garden, cultivating self-worth, it can lead to blossoming confidence and a sense of empowerment. So to celebrate your progress and accomplishment and inner strength as you watch your self-worth grow and flourish. So by tending to your self-worth like a gardener attends to their garden, you can cultivate a stronger sense of self-worth and nurture your inner growth. I thought that was so beautiful when I sat down and I thought about doing that. And when I say, I believe that was yesterday's show, and I was talking about one of the new hobbies that I have is gardening. And actually with that, it brings me closer to my grandmother. And, because every summer, every spring, she was in her backyard right next to the chicken coop. The chicken coop was on that side, on the south side of Chicago. And she would go back there and she will, take that old hole that you used to push down and, make the little lines to where the seeding go. And I remember a few summers that she allowed myself and the other, of my cousins and my sisters to come and, and plant us our own, whatever we want. Because I used to love cucumbers. So she'll give me to where I have my own little area of cucumbers, and she would do that, to the other grandkids that would come over during the summertime, that they would have their own, little thing. And, but she would tend to it. We were too small. We really didn't understand the work that had to do with tending to the garden. I remember the other day, one of my loyals came to town and, kind of helped me to rebuild my garden some. And I remember sharing with them that I really didn't understand how much work and how much love that my grandmother truly gave to that garden. And even in speaking now and thinking about that is that there was so much love that was put in those gardens for us. Because I remember how big that garden was, how big those tomatoes was, those cucumbers were, it was the whole back of her backyard, and there were no mows. There were none of that. Like she went out there every morning, or how many times or during the day that she went out there and she stood out there watering the grass with her big sun hat. And as I am talking to you all now, excuse me, I'm getting so emotional in that because I can feel myself doing that now. I get up early in the morning before the sun come up, high up, and I'm out there and I'm gardening the yard. But as I sit there, I'm like, damn, I wasn't out there as long as my grandmother was. So am I putting the love in there like she did? even though my garden is nowhere near as big as hers. And but as I was using the analogy of us treating ourselves as a garden, our self-worth and building that. And I ain't gonna lie, right now I'm proud of myself for even thinking about that and putting two and two together, putting that in together and doing that. But it just made me just much more emotional, and it makes me know and understand and confirm a lot of things to me. And this is just another awakening moment that I'm doing right here live on air, right here, sharing this story with you all. But if you can, later on, come back to this episode once you finish hearing it, come back to it and listen to the analogy that I added in with the gardening and of using and gardening of yourself. And that is truly what I am doing with my garden outside. And I can feel it. I can feel it, but also I can feel the connection of my grandmother. That I can. That I truly can. Yeah. So not only am I building back there food for me, but that's helping me build my self-worth even stronger than what it already is, if that makes sense. So let's take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to dive a little deeper in, well, no. We're going to dive into it, but then I got a nice little surprise for you all at the end, all right? It's your girl, the goddess, NmW&x here on the Season of Self-Love podcast, and we'll be right back.
Washington Wellness Institute focuses on healing always. For me, if I look good, then I feel good. If I feel good, then I share the good. If I share the good, then I celebrate the good. If I celebrate the good, then I live the good. So I can be paid to be my greatest. But I have to learn the good to be the good.
So, what does it take to be the greatest? It's as simple as a free 15-minute consultation. Be kind to yourself and heal always.
All right, my beautiful people, well, welcome back to the Season of Self-Love. I am your host, NmW&x here. And today we were talking about the word, the impeccable word of self-worth. And the last segment, it was all about the garden. I love that. It just had me so emotional. All right, so before the break, I had said that I had a little surprise for you all. And what I wanted to do, we hadn't did this for a while. I think we did it last Friday, but we hadn't did a Friday meditation, right? And so I wanted to do kind of like a week's reflection of a meditation. All right, so let me get my music ready for it, and then we can begin. All right, let's start to find a very, very comfortable position and a quiet place to sit. Want to lie down? All right, now close your eyes gently, and I want you to take a deep breath in, filling your lungs with fresh air, and exhale slowly, releasing any tension or negativity. Now I want you to take a moment to reflect on this week. I want you to reflect on the week that has passed, and I want you to acknowledge the words that you have used, the expressions that you've shared, the moments of gratitude that you have felt, the healing that you have experienced, and the confidence that you have cultivated, and the self-worth that you have recognized within yourself. Now I want you to set an intention to carry these positive aspects forward into the weekend. I want you to bring your awareness to the present moment and think of 3 things that you are grateful for from this past week. It could be a small gesture, a moment of connection, or a personal achievement, or simply the beauty of nature. And I want you to allow a sense of gratitude to fill your heart as you express your thanks for these blessings. Now I want you to visualize a warm, soothing light surrounding you, enveloping you into a cocoon of healing energy. I want you to imagine that this light is gently soothing any physical or emotional wounds that you may have, bringing comfort and peace to your body and mind. Feel the healing energy permeating every single cell of your being. And I want you to repeat the following affirmation silently or out loud. I am confident in my abilities. I am confident in my ability. Repeat after me. I trust myself to navigate any challenges that come my way. I trust myself to navigate any challenges that come my way. And my last one, repeat after me. I am worthy of success and happiness. I am worthy of success and happiness. I want you to allow these affirmations to sink into your subconscious mind, reinforcing your confidence in your self-belief. I want you to take a moment to appreciate your inherent value and worth as a unique individual. And I want you to recognize your strength, your resilience, and the beauty that resides within you. I want you to embrace your imperfections as a part of your human experience. And I want you to celebrate this journey of growth and self-discovery that you are on. Now, as you gently bring this meditation to a close, I want you to take a deep breath in. Yeah, take it in. Feeling a sense of renewal and positivity just wash over you. And as you exhale slowly, I want you to let go of any remaining tension or worries. Now open your eyes, and I want you to welcome the weekend with an open heart and a positive mindset. Yes. I thank you, my beautiful people, that you continue to come and share these moments with me on a daily, Monday through Friday. Man, I'm so excited to hear your healing journey, your self-love journey. Man, first of all, I want to thank you all that has contacted me, emails, messages. They are so appreciative. They are so appreciated. And know that you all are appreciated. All right? All right, my beautiful people. So as we wrap up today's episode, I want you to remember that self-worth comes from within. It is about recognizing your inherent value and treating yourself with kindness and respect. Again, thank you for joining me today, and I hope that you feel a little more empowered to claim your space in this world. Claim your space in this world. It's your authentic space. It's you, whatever it is, your weirdness, it's your space, and claim it. Again, join me next week. Join us next week as we continue exploring our May theme on impeccable words as we use them to focus on us. All right. Don't forget to subscribe and share our podcast with someone who might need a little boost of self-love. And Dr. will be back with us next week, all right? So until next time, keep loving yourself and keep valuing yourself and keep shining, because I know I am. All right, have a beautiful weekend. Have a good one. Thank you for listening to the Season of Self-Love podcast, and we hope that you enjoyed this fun filled with inspiration, empowerment, and self-discovery. Remember, practicing self-love is a journey and not a destination. For more information and to stay connected with us, visit our website at theseasonofselflovepodcast.com. And if you have any suggestions or questions or feedback, feel free to shoot us an email at seasonofselflove@gmail.com. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook for daily doses of self-love tips, motivation, and community support. So join our Facebook group, The Season of Self-Love, to connect with like-minded individuals on their journey to self-discovery and self-compassion. Thank you again for being a part of our community and dedicating to nurturing self-love and embracing self-worth. So stay tuned for more exciting episodes and guests in the next season. And remember, you are worthy of love, kindness, and all the happiness in the world. So until next time, take care of yourself and spread love wherever you go. See you soon.